It's our 4th day in Medjugorje. This is going to be more of a talking heads video because we did a lot today that we were not able to take pictures or videos of.
Yeah, Megan snapped one photo that was not
sneaky
allowed.
little
A
photo.
sneaky little one. We won't be telling the Vatican about that one.
Shall we?
But yeah, so let's recap the day.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, so like highlights, or just start from the beginning?
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay, so my day started great. I went for a 6-mile run through the countryside, and I'm gonna try to get a video of this tomorrow or later this week. But towards the end of my run, I heard a man yelling, like on the other side of some trees. And then I heard some dogs barking. And then I heard a whole lot of sheep. And I turned the corner, and it was a sheep herder. It was amazing. Like, it was the coolest thing that I've seen, like, unexpectedly so far that was like in nature. So that was great. So definitely a rave run. And then came back.
A rave run, if you're unfamiliar with the terminology, is a run that is very good.
A very good run.
A very good run.
But it's more fun to say rave run because of the alliteration. Who doesn't love a little alliteration? Came back, had breakfast. Our shower's still broken. I don't know if we told you guys that.
Yeah, our shower's broken. That's okay. We're taking showers in our next door neighbor's shower with her permission, of course.
She's been very... While she's sleeping, we just use her shower.
That's not true.
No, it's not. That's weird.
Yeah, so we had breakfast and then we went to mass, and our the priest who's here with us, our spiritual director, was actually the one celebrating mass this morning, the main celebrant. So he gave the homily.
Father Anthony.
We're very proud of him. Yes.
From Cleveland.
Yes.
And yeah, had a great homily. And then we went directly to the bus to head over to one of the visionaries' houses.
Yeah, so we got to go to meet one of the visionaries, and actually the first seer of the Virgin Mary. Her name is Ivanka, and we got to go meet her at her grandmother's house, and she spoke to all of us.
And our guide Branca was her English translator. She did amazing.
Amazing.
That was her first translation of the day, and then she did another one later, which we'll tell you about. But yeah, she's just like a rock star.
Yeah, and that was just a wonderful, beautiful experience. And she's very like calm and joyful, and just radiates love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we weren't able to get a video of that, unfortunately, but it was a great talk. There's a tradition where you write down petitions, and then you put them in a bag, and you take them to the visionaries, and then they will present them to Our Lady. So we wrote down our petitions and thank you letters and such, and handed those over. So she'll be presenting those in like 10 days. 24th of June, I think. She has an annual apparition with the Blessed Mother. Yeah, what else?
After that, we had some quick lunch. We had a salad, and then we went to see the Archbishop from the Vatican, who's here on the Pope's orders.
Yes, Archbishop Aldo,
who is Italian but speaks English, and so we met with him. We got a picture with him, and he's also just like just this like conduit of joy and love. He took us down to a little room just right across from the church in a basement. And
below the parish office, I think.
Yes, and spoke to us about the Bible.
Yeah, he was great, and he said by grace about 600 times. We were playing a drinking game where you took a shot every time he said by grace.
Yes.
By grace. That'd be a rough day.
Really drove the point home, though.
Yes, he did.
I enjoyed it.
I
would hear no criticism.
I am not making fun of him at all.
Yeah.
Let the record show. So yeah, that was a great talk, and we had one thing we forgot to mention is we met 3 priests kind of tagged onto our team today, our group. Mm-hmm. They were saying they celebrated mass with Father Anthony. There's another Father Anthony, Father Ned, and Father Richard. Mm-hmm. Father Richard we actually met yesterday. He's in from Vancouver. They're all studying in Rome right now. So I don't know if they knew each other before
I'm not sure.
or not, but they're becoming fast friends. And so they're all millennial priests, which is,
It's fun for us.
it's fun, a lot of fun for us.
We all remember the 90s.
Yes, we have a lot in common. So they've been hanging out with us. They went to, I think they went to the Visionary, the Ivanka's house. And then they went to see Archbishop. And then we went directly to Ivo's house, right?
Yes, Ivo is a local man who had cancer in his leg when he was 19 years old. So in 1981, he was 19. So he was right around the age of all the visionaries at the time all of this was starting. He had a career ahead of him in basketball, and he loved basketball. It was his really like the center of his life, and got cancer in his leg, and they amputated the leg.
And this all happened, we think, like very quickly. Like he was diagnosed, and then surgery was like, it was like no time to process or decide.
His story was really amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing.
To sum it up, he asked the Blessed Virgin for help. And the cancer had metastasized, and he was given 1 year to live. He is still alive, and that was 43 years ago.
Yeah, and he had little to no faith when this all started, and now he makes rosaries for a living. And he met his wife through one of the visionaries, Vishka.
Yeah,
right?
Vishka's sister is his wife, which is very sweet.
Very sweet.
Yeah, so we met him. He was wonderful and just so happy, and just said exactly all the things that I needed to hear personally. After that, we came back to the hotel and had dinner, and then Ryan and I went to confession.
Can I tell the story about St. Leopold?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So this is funny. There's a tradition here. There's a statue of St. Leopold in the little square next to St. James where confessions are set outside. And it's cool the way it's set up. So there are a bunch of benches, and in front of each bench is a flag for a different country and language. So you just look for English or Italian or whatever you speak, and that's the priest you go to. But sometimes you have options. So there's like multiple priests that speak English, or Italian or whatever. The idea is you go to St. Leopold's statue before you pick you don't actually pick your confessor. You pray to St. Leopold, and he directs you to the priest you're supposed to go to. So we both did that. We're like, okay, we're gonna give it to St. Leopold. And I just like said a quick prayer and then just turned to my right, and I opened my eyes. I was like, okay, that's my priest. I didn't know who he was. I'd never seen him before. Megan did the same thing.
I did the same thing, felt very strongly directed, like directly to my right, opened my eyes, and it was Father Ned.
Who we had just met
Who
today.
I met earlier and talked about him. And, we both remember like Nickelodeon and stuff. And I said, no. And then I said, no, you're not going to say no to God in Medjugorje. So I went, and it was good. He was the right one.
It was the longest confession that I've ever seen.
Oh, he's chatty. Good, though.
We'll chalk it up to that, and not Megan's laundry list of transgressions.
Well, I'm gonna say, I
feel like he did more of the talking. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. I was not looking over very much. That's the other thing. It's like right in the middle of people are walking all over the place, so it's kind of nice. There's built-in sounds of nature and society around, so you don't hear anything. You don't actually
hear anybody, but it's like
there's like 20 people.
Like confession in town square.
It's like public confession. You're just
cool,
all
though.
here.
Right now there is a soccer match going on between Croatia and Spain.
I think it might be over. We haven't looked at the score
Doesn't sound great. We don't hear many jubilant cries of joy, but it's pretty quiet on the streets. Pretty much everyone is, as our tour guide Branka said, in the bars with the TV and also a beer.
No, lots of beers.
Oh.
Lots of beers.
Yes. So we're in like a little parklet right now. Let me show you. Just like sweet.
It's like 5 minutes from our
few
hotel.
Kids playing, but you can't really see them. But yeah, okay. We'll drop in pictures as we go here. But that's our recap for today. I'm sorry it's a little bit different.
Yeah, boring. Lots of
boring.
our
Lots of us.
ugly mugs.
If
Thanks for
your
listening, though.
name is Finnegan, Clark, Wilder, or Reese Noel, we love you so much. We think about you every minute, and we're praying for you.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.